Hi, welcome back to No Budget DIY. Today we're going to work on the Silver Burst Explorer, as I believe is part 3. As you can see here, I've got the dowels in place to go ahead and fill these holes and then re-drill them for the new bridge. The other thing we're going to do on this video is we're going to go ahead and set the inlays into this neck. And then we're going to also cut the headstock veneer and drill it out as well. And then we're going to put this on the CNC and cut out the Gibson name and cut out a Gibson inlay, and we're going to go ahead and get that in. First thing I'm going to do though is I've got to get these plugs in here and glued down. So I'll bring you back in just 1 minute when I grab my glue and we'll fit these dowels in here. Okay, I'm back with you. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to get these fitted in here better. One of them slides down quite well. I actually put in my calipers to go ahead and get the depth, and then I cut them just a little bit bigger, and then we'll trim them off after the glue sets on it. So that one fits good. I'm going to go ahead and clean out the holes for the rest of them so that they fit a little bit better as well. And I'm just going to take a little piece of sandpaper here, and I'm going to cut it up and make it a little bitty circular wedge here so that I can stick it in the hole here. And the reason I'm not just sanding the dowels down is because these are just not fitting because there's some paint in there, and there's also some bad sanding on their part when they did it. But as you can see, that goes down. Now it goes down pretty easily. So we'll grab the next one and just give it a little roll here. And that goes right on down now too. So we'll take this one out. And as you could notice, or you probably noticed, that I put a coat of primer on this now after I sanded it and sanded down the Z-epoxy. So let me just get this real quick. Looks good. And now it goes down as well. Okay, going to grab one more thing and I'll be right back with you because can't work without a hammer. Voila, hammer. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and test this fit now. Oh, that fits good too. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little glue on these dowels. And I'm going to use the old finger here to get it all over the dowel. And I'm going to take it, I'm going to stick it in there, and I'm going to tap it in until it bottoms out, which it did. And we'll do the next one. I'm actually going to put a little glue around it because it looks like it's a little bit, got a little bit of room there. And I really don't want a little bit of room, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue around the edges of them here and kind of press that in there and do the same over here. Okay, let me just go around that with my finger here. You have to remember that this was very close. It's only off by probably 3 or 4 millimeters. And I probably could have squeezed the bridge down onto the posts using this holes, but I didn't like that. It just seemed like not a good idea. So again, I'm going to go ahead and wipe this up a little bit, let that glue sit around there. And So again, I used my calipers and I measured out the diameter inside the hole, and it was 7/16. So I could just go ahead and buy a standard 7/16 dowel and basically cut it up into like 40 millimeter lengths. The holes I think were about 30 millimeters deep. So again, they're nice and bottomed out. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and let this dry, and once it's dry, we'll come back with the flush cut saw and cut off those dowels, and then we'll do sanding on the body. We might do the sanding after we do the inlays. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to do the inlays while this is drying. Okay, I'll bring you back in a second once I turn the guitar around and grab the inlays and some super glue, and we'll get to work on that as well. All right, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, I'm back to you. I've got my super glue now. I've got my inlays. I've got some fill to go around them. So I'm going to go ahead and start down here on the 3rd fret and work my way up, and I'll probably speed this up as I'm fitting them and putting them in, or I'll just come back to you. Okay, I'm going to get started on the 3rd fret here. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to take and sand them down or file them down before I actually fill around the edges, so I can see exactly how much I need to fill around the edges. So I'm just going to continue to go ahead and size them and drop them in a little bath of super glue here, and let them dry. Again, I have a link to this air blaster on my in the description field, affiliate link for this. Man, other than having an air compressor in here, which I have out there, this is so great for blowing out little dust like that. So I can go ahead and get this one in and make sure this one actually fits, and it needs a little taken off. And I'm just going to use a piece of sandpaper. Alright, that's all of them in, and now all we need to do is file them down and get them even with the fretboard. Okay, that's coming out better than I thought, as usual. So let me wipe up some of the super glue. Alright, I'll bring you back as soon as I get some files, and we'll start sanding these inlays down. Okay, I'll bring you back in a few. Okay, well, this takes a little while. I did want to show what the difference between the one I did. I sanded it down a little bit. I'm not sure if I have to still fill that a little bit. But I'm just going to add a little bit of fret oil on here, and we'll take a look at it compared to the frets that aren't done yet. That looks pretty cool, if you ask me. It's a lot of work, basically filing them down. A lot of dust. Got to make sure you don't breathe in this mother of pearl. It's toxic. It's actually an animal. So anyway, so I still have a little more filing down to do on this one, but it looks pretty damn good. Again, I will do the other 3, 6, 7, 8 more of them and get it down as close to this one, and this one still needs to come down a little bit more. Anyway, I will bring you back after I have ground down all of these frets. And again, I'm not going to do the fret job yet, but I'm going to get them at least all down level with the fretboard so they don't catch on anything. Okay, so I'll bring you back as soon as I'm ready to do that. And yeah, I'm using my file brush this time. Here's a look at what the mother and pearl does to the file, and then what this file brush does to clean it. And I just think it's pretty cool. It works real well for getting the mother pearl out of there. And again, so you don't breathe it, using this cool blower here, I can blow it all the other way. Anyway, these studs are drying up pretty good as well. And there's another reason I'm not going to paint over these. What I'm going to do is when I flush trim them, I'll sand it down, but then I want to use the center line for these two, the bridge and the tailpiece, so that I know where to go ahead and drill the holes for the Tunematic Tone Pro bridge and tailpiece that I have. Okay, I will bring you back as soon as I get this all these little frets filed down some. Okay, I'll see you back here in a few. Okay, I've sanded down, or filed down anyway, the fret markers. It's not done. I just do a little bit of oil on there. They're not sanded, and they need to be filled around them a little bit, which we'll do when we do the fret job. Okay, so those are done. I lost my little flush cut saw, so I have this DeWalt flush cut saw, so I don't have to get that close to the body. Okay, those are cut. Now the last thing I'm going to do here real quick is I'm going to go ahead and get my sander, and we'll bring those down flush. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with you. Again, I got my Max XT here. Let me just blow this dust off real quick. And then we'll sand these down flush. Okay, that's actually beautiful and excellent. And I'm just going to put my sander down for a minute. I do see a little bit of like crack around that, so I'm going to actually just take a little super glue and I'm going to fill it down in around these studs, just in case. And I will let that dry, and just to make sure that that's down in there for when I re-drill out the other holes. All right, the fretboard's looking good. I didn't get around to cutting the the headstock veneer yet. So the last thing I'm going to do here now, while that's all drying there, is I'm going to go ahead and take an outline of the headstock. So let me go ahead and reverse it around here. And what I want to do is to actually take and lay this on here, but I need to do it upside down. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to turn the guitar over. Then I'm going to put the veneer here in the right direction on here. right up against the where the nut is supposed to be, and get that nice on there. And then I'm just going to take an outline of it here. And I'm actually going to cut this a little wide of the line, and then I will trim it down to the headstock as we go. And there it is. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out, and I'll bring you back in just a minute. But there's our headstock veneer, and let's go ahead and see how that looks on the guitar. Okay, well, you saw me cut out the veneer, and here's a rough of it right here. And so this will go on the headstock right here. I will go ahead and drill that out, and before I do any of that though, I've got to make the Gibson logo right here on the end after the last tuning peg. So I'll get that all lined up. I'll get the holes all lined up, and then we'll come back to you again in the next video. So once again, this is No Budget DIY. If you like what we're doing, please like, share, and subscribe. We're almost at 200 subscribers. Wow, that's a lot for me since it's just a hobby. Anyway, this is the beautiful soon-to-be silver starburst with the great inlays that I put on there. That came out fantastic. Again, I can't wait to go ahead and put the logo, the headstock logo for the Gibson in the veneer, and then we'll glue that in, and then we'll glue on the veneer and drill it out. Meanwhile, I'll let this super glue dry. I'll sand the body back down again and put another coat of primer on it. And after I line up once again these holes, because again, I want to use the center of these ones as the alignment for the bridge and the tailpiece, which are the same distance, but they're just a little bit wider. So we'll get those drilled out on the drill press in the next videos. Once again, this is No Budget DIY. This is the Silver Burst Explorer kit, and we'll see you guys on the next video.